You know, all this time, I thought that having wall hacks and aim hacks would get me banned from this game, and trust me, I don't want that. But little did I know, they've been in the game for like 2 years. Hi, I'm Index Dragon Jade, and welcome to my super epic Warframe 2019 hacks video. Now tell me, have you ever wanted to sit in a corner and shoot at enemies that you can't even see? Well, now you can if you log in for like 300 days and grab yourself the Zenith. The Zenith is one of 4 weapons that you can get from the daily milestone system. You have to have logged in at least 100 days to choose it, but I'd probably say that you want to grab the Zenith Star first because it's just useful everywhere. But at 300 days, you can then pick yourself up the Zenith, and oh my god, is this a beautiful assault rifle. And I'm not just talking about the way it looks. The Zenith has 2 firing modes, which are basically polar opposites of each other, but that's not really anything new when it comes to primary weapons. The primary fire for this weapon is a fully automatic, high fire rate status weapon with innate slash damage. To test out this weapon, I'm going to be using a pretty basic slash damage build. We've got our mandatory damage, we've got some 60 elementals to boost their status chance and give us a viral, which when we proc it will make them have half as much health for us to tear through. I've got speed trigger and heavy caliber and vigilante armaments in there, just for as many just basic damage increases, as many DPS increases as we can possibly fit in there. And finally, I've got fanged fusillade to make sure that our viral damage isn't polluting our slash procs too much. Now let's pick this thing up against a typical golden armored boy you might expect to see in a Sortie 3. Let's reload first though, always a good start. And that is pretty damn decent. I'm tempted to say that there are weapons that'll do it better, because honestly, this firing mode is not the main focus of this weapon, but there are plenty of other ways to approach the situation with this firing mode. You can build for some corrosive and strip that armor away instead, or you can go for some of that crit that's in there, because even though the chance is pretty bad for the primary fire, the multiplier is really spicy. The secondary fire mode is a little more interesting. It's a mainly crit-based semi-automatic firing mode with really shitty status and a really shitty fire rate to apply it, so don't even bother with status on this, but it has much higher base damage with 120 punch damage. But you might notice something a little bit more interesting about this. That's right, infinite fucking punch through. And I'm not talking about no Catch Moon Arcplasmor destroys itself when it hits some kind of like shitty little box in the environment punch through. I'm talking about true infinite punch through, goes through an entire dimension to hit a grenade that's on a literal different planet to you. Oh, what's that? A capture target? Yeah, I don't think so. Poor dude never saw it coming. But how exactly do you get that firing mode? Because it's not quite as simple as just hitting a mode switch button. Or it kind of is, but there's a lot of cool stuff that comes with it, rather than just the infinite punch through. But first of all, let's take a look at what build I'm using for this secondary fire. I'm using a basic sort of loads and loads of crit build that'll deal with armor really nicely. I've got our 2 mandatory damage mod, I've got our critical chance and critical damage mods, I've got Hunt Munitions in there for slash procs to bypass some armor, although you can always swap that out with, honestly, whatever you feel like. I've got Argon Scope in there because when you see what this thing does, you're going to see that we're going to get a hell of a lot of headshots with it and pretty much always going to be procced, but again, this is something you can swap out for basically whatever you want. And finally, I've got our 2 90% elemental damages, and I'm going with Radiation just because it pierces alloy armor, I want to say. It might be ferrite, I'm pretty sure it's alloy, but it's a really good damage type to go for crit with. I've got a lovely little golden assistant here to help me out with showing you how the secondary fire mode works. So when you hit the mode switch button, you're actually going to fire at a little disc. It'll deploy itself, and now for the duration of this clip, or until you reload, you will have the secondary fire mode. The secondary fire mode uses 3 ammunition per clip, but as you can see, we're now semi-automatic and have all those different stats. But that's not the only thing that we've got going on here. Like I mentioned, we have innate punch through, but we also have a little marker that gets placed on the heads of all enemies within a certain radius of the disc we just deployed. And that is right on their headshot hitbox. So if I shoot that right there, you'll see we did that damage, and we procced Argon Scope. So yeah, you can sit all the way back here. Oh, he's dead. Yep, it is really that powerful. We have loads of damage, we have wall hacks, we have infinite punch through. Let me show you that one again. Let's spawn another boy. Oh, our disc is already here. And you can see we have a little bubble placed on his head. We can head as far back as we want, and we can still see that bubble. And even if we shoot it from all the way behind here, we get right behind here, and we shoot at that bubble, you see we're still hitting him. That's pretty fucking absurd. And because this firing mode is just so fucking powerful, let's crank it up to level 160 and just see what the fuck happens. So, disc is still there, it lasts until you use up the entire clip. Let's stand back, and fire. And he's completely fucking dead. Yep, it's that strong. This thing is utterly ridiculous, and I don't know why more people aren't talking about how stupid this weapon is. It really, really is like wall hacks, aim hacks, mental damage, everything you could possibly fucking want. So yeah, that's the Zenith. I mean, that's my Warframe Hacks Epic 2019 video. Super cool, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching though, seriously. I really enjoyed this weapon. It's one of my most used weapons, as are most of the weapons that I show on this channel. And I just think it's so fucking fun, and it's such a weird idea for a weapon, but that's what I love about Warframe. D really aren't afraid to just put in the most stupid and absurd ideas for weapons. Is it broken? Hell yeah. Is it unbalanced? Yeah, it probably is. But fuck it, it's in the game. I've been Index Dragon Jade, and now I'm gonna pet my dog. This kinda looks like it should hurt him and me. He doesn't look very petable, does he? Thanks for watching.